Hey guys, I'm Tommy. In the last video, we restored and repaired this old 5th gen. Since then, I've put all my music on it. I've been using it pretty much every day. It's been running like a dream. Now we're going to be doing something quite similar in this video, except we're going to be opening and replacing the battery in one of these slightly newer 7th gens. Now with these, they're fundamentally inside the same, bar a few components, but this metal front plate makes it a complete pain to open. Essentially, because it's metal on metal, there's just no give like there is with the plastic front plates of the previous iPods. So it makes it just that much harder to open and service and work on. Everyone I know who has worked on iPods and has tried to open one of these or has succeeded in opening and working on one of these have all said, this sucks. This is horrible to do. But I've been commissioned to do this by a mate of mine. This was his mum's old iPod, so we're not changing anything about it. We're just changing the battery. Nothing else. Just because it's quite sentimental to him. Alright, let's start. Now, much like the last one, we're going to need a pry tool. Except that's not all we're going to need. We're going to need a few. Because this is a pain, and you're going to need sort of about 4 or 5. Yes, I know this one's been snapped in half, but I didn't have a 4th, so we got 2 halves. Let's start. Now, like the last one, we're just going to want to get the corner of our pry tool, poke it in. We're just going to want to give it a good squish down just until we feel it slide past that clip, which is going to be quite a hassle. But once we've got one kind of in, gives us just that little bit of wiggle room just to get another one in there. In fact, we can get rid of that one just till we get this bottom clip popped, which is quite a workout. So it's starting to come away. This is going to be a fun one. But these are not nice to work on. If you're gonna for the first time open and repair an iPod yourself, I do not recommend this, because this is such a pain just to open, and it is so easy just to completely damage the components inside of the iPod when just opening it. I've had it before where I've opened one and completely ruined it. But end of the day, it's worth it to keep these running. Oh, there we go. Already hurt myself on it. These are very easy to cut yourself on. So just be careful. Get the ones with this over it. Just that bit of protection. But yeah, these are an absolute pain. So I do recommend, if you're gonna for the first time try and repair an iPod, I do suggest going with something that's going to be easier to work on, like a 5th gen or a 4th gen. They're quite easy to work on. They're relatively cheap, and they're cheap and cheerful to mod as well. So I do recommend one of them if it's your first time working on an iPod. But I will say, hands down, these are my second favourite model. They're durable, they work great, they're fast, they're reliable, and they just look cool. They're iconic. I just remember seeing so many of these about And I still do see so many of them about. Like a mate of mine has one which he uses at work, which is, you know, it's quite nice. It creates a nice atmosphere. But my God, do I hate working on these. They're a bastard. But excuse my language, but they are. Now, if you're skilled in the art of heavy persuasion, what you can always do is just get a flathead screwdriver. I find the ones on these Swiss Army knives work quite well, just because they're that little bit thinner, that little bit smaller. But I do recommend, if you do that, go from the bottom, just coax it in, and just give it a firm move down. There we go. That's clip. There we go. Open. But it is still a massive pain to get these off, and I don't suggest doing this if you've never done it before, because my God, is this a terrible, terrible idea. But this one's never been opened, so it needs that tiny bit more persuasion. And there we go. It's open. Now, this does have a bad battery, so we're just gonna reach in, disconnect the battery, and there we go. Now, opening these, it is so common and so easy to bend the case. If that does happen when you're working on yours, don't panic. It happens a lot, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. And I'll show you how to remedy that when we get to putting it back together. Now I'm just going to disassemble this a little further than I need to, considering I'm only doing a battery change. Just because I'm scared of this ribbon cable breaking. So I just want to make sure I'm as careful as I can. I find these are really helpful for getting batteries up. These, if you buy any sort of battery, you'll get them, like, I've got so many of them, like, they're so cheap, they're so helpful. So I do recommend holding on to these, just because they're so handy. Be very careful when removing the battery, just because this adhesive, it may be sort of like 15-ish years old, 10-15 years old, but it is still on there. Like, I'm having a hard time trying to pry this battery up, just because that adhesive is still so strong, and I don't want to force it too much, just because there we go, just because it's so easy to snap this ribbon cable which connects the hold switch to the headphone jack, and then you won't have a hold switch anymore. Like that. It's so easy to do. I've done that twice in 1 week. So what we're gonna do is, well, we don't need that anymore. That's done. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take the one from my iPod, and I'm just gonna order myself a new one, just because I don't use my 7th gen all that much. It's just a bit more of a pain. It's just that little bit more work. Alright, so we've got my 7th gen here. All we're going to do is we're just going to open it up and take the hold switch from my one and place it into the customer's, just because I kind of done goofed and snapped it after saying be careful. It's easy to snap. So now, because this is mine, as you can see, I've been in and out of it a couple of times. Hopefully this goes quite easy. If it doesn't, we're going to break out the flathead, just because. Oh, there we go. She's easy. Just because I don't really care. It's mine. I know it works, and I don't really care about the aesthetics of it. As long as it's functional, it's fine. At least that's the way I see it. Ooh, I bent. How many clips did I bend? Only the one. That's tied for personal best with this. Bent one clip there, bent the same clip. Should probably be more careful, but end of the day, they bend back, and it's not like anyone else is going to be in here anytime soon, so I'm not too worried. Now, I didn't show this in the last video, but this is exactly the same as 5th gen in terms of removing the headphone jack and hold switch. It's just unscrew. There's 4 screws, one there, and then 2 at the top, and then it just pops right out. Now, if this is the original hold switch from factory, it does have this little bit of tape there. Just be careful when prying that up, as you can rip the ribbon cable there. I have learnt this from experience a couple of times. And that is not going, so we're going to just move down to a smaller bit. More heavily chewed bit, because this is a very cheap screwdriver set. I know the camera, I know I'm not showing you a lot, but the angles you need to be able to get the screws out is quite tight. So I do apologise for that, but there's not a lot I can do about it, as I do need to see it. And that is not going. Back up to the larger bit, as this is a larger screw. So one time in any iPod, the size of the bit changes. There's one screw, there is. This one screw is just slightly different size to the rest of them. All the other screws you'll find in an iPod, exactly the same. Oh, that is skipping. So we are just gonna switch back over yet again. pray this works. Is that it? There we go. And I've dropped it. Now, just very, and I do mean very carefully, I highly advise not using anything metal to get this little bit of tape up. Even what I'm doing is a bit risky, and I do this for money. There we go. And there we go. We have got the hold switch loose. I'm just going to tip screws into this back case. And we've got to do it all again on this one. Now, just real quick, before I do get into that, I'm just going to show you a couple of differences. This is the front for my 6th gen, and this is the 7th gen. Now, the 7th gen launched alongside the first iPhone, and this was the precursor to that. So this is just slightly newer, and as you can see, the board is just that much more streamlined, that much more slimmed down. So obvious, just the advancements they've made just between the 6th and the 7th, while keeping them fundamentally the same, while still stripping down so much. Obviously, I've not had a look at the front side of the board, but you can just see just various areas on the 7th are just that much more clear. It's less cluttered, whereas if you look on the same areas, the 6th, just so much more going on. Right, slight distraction out of the way. Back to the on-the-fly repair. Now this one we don't have to be quite so careful with, just because it's already broken. I do recommend just keeping an eye on the screws though, as they are so easy to lose, because they are tiny, tiny, tiny. Just go throw that up there with the battery. Going to swap down to a smaller bit, just for this one screw. Never mind, it's skipping. So I've got to go back up a size. Oh, God. I'm not meant to. There we go. That's it. And it is out. Now time for the other annoying one. And it is out. Now we can remove this. I do want to try and keep this, just because if I do, then I can still at least use mine. Just won't be able to hold it, which it's a pain, but it's only temporary. I only have to live like that for a week. And I've got others I can live out of in the meantime. this is too much for pain. We're being forceful. No. I expected that to rip it. Now we insert the good one. Now with installing these, they can be a little finicky. Especially the hold switch. Just because it's got that little nub which helps lock it into place without using as many screws. So I do recommend getting that in place and then bending the soft plastic into place like so. The headphone jack is nice and easy to get into place. That more or less just drops into place. Now that it is in place, we can screw it in. Make sure it's in. Yep. And on to the next. Just gonna get this other corner one in just so. Ooh, nearly dropped it. Just so I know everything's loosely in place, and then we can get the rest in. And call it a day. Oh wow, this is one stubborn screw. In? No. It's almost in. But not quite. There we go. Now that they're both loosely held in place, just go to the other two spots, drop in the screws, hopefully drop in the screws, and get it nice and secure. Last one, a nice, annoyingly sized, slightly larger one for the hold switch. Which doesn't want to go into place. Apologies again, I'm blocking the view, but this screw isn't being very cooperative. Not at all. And there we go. And that is all installed. Just going to move the parts from my one out of the way. And then I'll assemble that again off camera. Alright. Now that is dealt with, before we put anything in like the battery or reconnect the back, what I like to do is just line them up over the top of themselves, the front and the back, and just have a look and have a feel around the outside. I can feel this is just slightly out of place. on the side that we pried open. It happens, but you know, with opening these, what do you expect? So what we're going to do is just go place the bent side on a hard surface and push, just so it pops back into place. Now, next thing we do before we start buttoning everything back up is just bend this pin back into place. I like to get a flathead screwdriver and just curl it over the edge, like so. This is good for one or two times, but after that the metal does start to get brittle and will snap. It happens, so I don't recommend doing it every single time. I do recommend trying not to bend the pins first and foremost. But that's all done. Let's start the reassembly. Just start with the hold switch and headphone jack, like on the 5th gen. Slide that in and close the clip. Just gonna slide the connector into the tiny port on the hard drive. Make sure it's nice and snug, and then flip it over and nestle it in. Don't be afraid to just be a little bit firm with it, because these rubber bumpers do protect it. They reduce the risk of damaging the hard drive, but they can make it a bit of a pain. Now we've got a newish battery. It does work. I have tested it. And we are just going to plug this in. Like so. Flip the back over. Just see if it has any juice on it. It doesn't. But I know it's a good battery, so we're just going to end it there. Thank you for watching. If you feel like subscribing, by all means. And I do sell iPods. I do commissions if you want a specific model, and I do have a few pre-built which are for sale on my Instagram, which is linked in my channel description. So if you would like one, by all means, bounce me a message on Instagram. That'll be all. Thank you for watching. Bye.